another beautiful sunny day. We are very lucky as of now. But I would like to introduce a new member of the family. In front of you now is no more, no less, but Zorba, the Greek. Yes, that's our little Greek gentleman in front of you who's taking us places. And today he's going to take us to a very nice place called Elafonisi, supposedly one of the most beautiful beaches, not only in Crete, Greece, but in Europe as such. So let's find out if that's true. After Samaria, what we definitely need is a bit of a beach and doing absolutely nothing. So see you there.
But first you need to actually get there. So we decided on the way to keep the camera running from time to time, because if you want to get a feeling for the place, it's actually not when you're in a beautiful touristic town, it's on the road. So you are going to see two things today. Plenty of mountains and hills, because we may think of Crete as beaches, but it's actually 70% mountains. And another thing, you are going to see olive trees everywhere. That's another little indication what people here are known for. But also, it's good to keep the camera running, because suddenly Polish flags everywhere. Turns out there's a little place selling some craft things, and obviously we're a bit of a plague. Poles are everywhere. So that was nice. But also on the way we decided to stop in a little village called Elos. That's supposedly the Cretan capital of chestnuts. So let's see what happens next. First thing at the parking lot, a very nice map. So the red dot, of course, that's us. So as you can see, Western Crete indeed, in the mountains, but also not very far from the beach. So many tourists come here, obviously not only from the west, from the east as well, as you can see. And here's a chestnut restaurant, so let's go in.
So here's the funny thing. I entered this customer folio and I asked if they have anything to eat with chestnuts in it. Turns out, actually no, which I found surprising. But then again, turns out it's not about eating, it's about something a bit different.
So now, well equipped with a nice bottle of chestnut liquor, we continued, and now, well, it is plain, but the mountains are always somewhere there on the horizon. But here's the thing, you will very soon see plenty of greenhouses. When I've been reading or watching some clips from Crete, there were people complaining that they're everywhere and they're ruining their beautiful Instagram photos. Well, maybe, but then again, if you like in winter to eat some nice fruit and veg, well, especially in Western Northern Europe, guess where it all comes from. So, no complaining, please. Anyway, almost there. We are arriving at the famous Elafonisi.
Here it is, the famous Elafonisi beach right in front of you, although I'm not sure what draws your attention more, the beach itself or the cars. Now I know it looks incredibly touristic, and it is, but then again, where are all the big beach resorts? See, the thing is, the place is still completely underdeveloped. What is more, all the parking spots you see, they're for free, which is, considering the fame of the beach, a miracle really. So let's look on the bright side of life here for a moment, and if it's really that crowded or not, we're gonna see very soon. I think this image actually says more than 1,000 words. It is definitely a popular place. Now, it is famous for pinkish sand. If it's pink or not, I don't know. I have issues seeing shades of colors. It is definitely sandy. Now, if there's anything pink about it, I hope you see it better than I do. But officially, it is pink, and I'm gonna find some proof.
And here's the proof. As you can see on the plaque, it's not simply pinkish, it's also illegal to take it home. And I hope on this photo you will see the shade of color way better. But let's go back to the beach.
Pink sand is just one of the appeals of the place. The other, maybe even more important, is that you've got this spit of sand, which is here around 10 meters only, and then you've got two very shallow pools. So especially if you're a family with little kids, that's a perfect place to come, because you can walk and walk into the sea and the water will not get even over your hips. But of course there are three issues here. Plenty of people, and it's cold, and that's because it's windy. Fortunately, there are ways to get out of those issues. You just have to start walking. You need to keep walking and walk and walk until you reach a little sandy island. And here, well, the wind is not that strong anymore. It's kind of warmer, it seems. And you can go this way, you can go the other way, and I bet that the beaches there are not as crowded as the ones behind us. Now here at the very entrance to the beach, there are quite a lot of people actually. But all you need to do, if you want your personal space, just keep walking. So in the end, those of you who are real walkers, you can just continue all the way down the beach, and there's going to be your own personal space without the wind and without the cold. So enjoy.
And so did we as well. So no more recordings, no more clips. We did enjoy the beach as well, just a couple of photos to make you a bit jealous. But our favorite photo shows you that although the water was warm enough to actually bathe, it was also cold enough to serve as a fridge. But everything that's nice also comes to an end. So the last little bit, we had to go up north towards a town called Kissamos. Now on the way, we actually did notice, and we were thinking about two issues. Now first of all, before going, we were reading and watching some clips about the island, and quite often one issue was raised. Now if you go to the little beautiful touristic towns, you don't really see it, but the moment you go into the interior, you will notice instantly plenty of abandoned houses, and you can already see it even now in the clip. I don't know if half, maybe 1/3, but many houses are abandoned. So basically the interior of Crete is heavily depopulated, and supposedly there's one particular reason. Crete still lives off agriculture, and especially the young generation, they simply don't want to work in it anymore, as it is a very difficult job. So that's one issue. Now another one, after visiting Elafonisi, we were thinking about it a bit deeper, because, well, it looks very nice that the parking is free, but it was filled with people, and it's second part of the October, so I can't even imagine August. So maybe it's not that good after all, because it's free parking, everybody goes there by car, which will maybe, for example, collapse the roads. So maybe it's not that good. Maybe there should be another measure introduced, like for example paid parking, but then we're talking money, and money is commerce. Great touristic resorts will be built, and so on and so forth. So we kind of see it as a Greek tragedy, nomen omen, that on the one hand, if it's free, maybe it's not that good, and then if it's paid, it's not that good either. So we didn't really find a solution while thinking about it. But it would be interesting to see what happens in the next, 5-10 years. Maybe one of you listening to me right now will make a new vlog about it. Let's see what the future brings. But now it's time for Kissamos and a couple of extra words about it.
This lamp right next to my head, this is not a lamp, this is a full moon, which is nice. But behind me is a place for beers and cocktails, which is nice, especially considering it's Saturday. But what I really want to show you, that Kissamos is a place of locals. So it's a Saturday, it's a place to have a drink, it's full. Now let me show you a place that's geared for tourists. it's empty. So if you're wondering if Kissamos late October is really or not touristic or local, I think that's giving a very good idea about it. There's one more local thing I wanted to show you. Now in the little main square, of course, a little church. No surprise here. Now you've seen the port, locals having drinks, of course, but this is the true local place. Now here around me you will hear only Greek. Yes, you do have some more proper touristic restaurants with fountains and so on, but this is truly a place where only Kissamonians, I guess, only true Kissamonians come. And obviously you're gonna have people out having drinks, the let's call it the adult part, but there's quite a lot of adolescent crowd around. Now they are not having rakia or anything, not even a pizza. For one reason or another, the place they chose to hang out is behind me. After all, Saturday is a nice moment to enjoy nightlife, whether you're adult or not. Anyway, some adults have to wake up early the next morning. So from me, that's all for today. Thank you and good night.
Well, not that fast. Before going to sleep, we found a nice microbrewery. And then we did try the beer they brew, and I can tell you right now, this is the best beer that you will find in Crete. Now, good night.